Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chai with Gary. Manchester United nil, Real Sociedad nil, 4-0 aggregate. We go through Chai
You
because
go
Manchester
through?
United didn't fuck up.
Yeah, and dude, it required a colossal fuck up to lose this draw, and it was pretty much when you said Manchester United nil, Real Sociedad nil, care factor nil, worry nil, right? I mean, the draw was done and dusted in Turin. I think we came up. Um, this is just a running through the motions and make sure we don't do anything stupid. And we got over the line with it, right? Without any major hiccups, no injuries, no nothing. There was a bit of squad rotation. All of that was good. And yeah, I mean, was the game stellar? No. But was it a standard nil-nil draw where nothing was happening? No. There was interesting bits and pieces of the game. At the end, for a neutral, I think they've watched a half-decent game and they said, okay, you know what? That's it. But we're not neutrals. So
Yeah, we're not.
let me ask you this question. How did you see the game?
Look, I fully expected this game to draw like it did. No surprises there.
Yeah.
Really, no surprises there. But
Yeah.
the one thing I was quite surprised with was the lineup.
Yeah.
Going 4-0 into this tie, I thought we'd be resting more of the senior players, giving more of the youth a chance, kind of mixing it up a bit. I was quite surprised to see Bruno start, which was very, very surprising considering we were 4-0 up. And then after that, in the second half, we got Rashford in, which just
baffled me, right? It baffled me anyway.
Baffled me. I just couldn't understand the tactics around that. But in on the positive side of things, we've given our youth players a chance to play. Got some,
albeit only for 15 minutes, but 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
That's a
That's
good
15 minutes more than they didn't have, right? So that's all.
True.
Yeah. So look, that's just.
That's a shot of it, right?
Yeah, it is. That's about it, man. I don't know what else to talk about the game. Really,
actually, you know what? I was quite surprised.
Talk about the penalty. The penalty. Yeah?
Oh well, fuck it. The penalty. Yes. Look, it was a stupid challenge by James. He shouldn't have done it. I think he was a little too excited to be playing. And then he's like, oh shit, I have 2 starts in 2 games. This must be something next level. So I think he got a little excited there. And that's understandable. Look, it was a penalty that at the end didn't matter. But if it would have gone in, I think it would have made the game a little more interesting, to be honest. But other than that, apart from all of that, I do have a question for you. This is the first time I think we've seen Lindelof and Bailly partner up at the back. I think there were definite positives that we could take from that. Not only in Bailly's performance, we know how he plays and how he covers runs and stuff like that, and how he kind of tackles situations where the ball's coming up. It's a long ball played through, and there's only one striker to aim at. That kind of situations, I think he did really well. But what I was really surprised and want to get your opinion is: does this partnership work? If you think it does, why do you think it does?
Look, man,
because I thought Lindelof had a great game elsewhere as well, right?
Yeah, look, Bailly with Maguire works, Bailly with Lindelof works, Bailly with Tuanzebe works, Bailly with anyone works.
Yeah,
Bailly is a really good defender, and he's going to, bring up the performances whoever is next to him. So there's no surprises there for me. But before you get carried away, it's important to note that this is Real Sociedad. They're not Real Madrid. They're not Chelsea. They're not Man City.
Yeah.
If you look at the final deliveries, in the last third, they didn't really cause us much problems in the end.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to kind of understand that and manage our expectations. The key thing is, Chai, I just want to go back, right? With any sport, I think, when we used to play squash back in the day and used to trash me all the time, you used to tell me that, Gary, the most important thing is positioning, right? If you position yourself where you're meant to be, then 80 or 90% of the times you're going to get the ball.
Yeah.
And for me, I think the key here is that if we can get a positioning better from a coaching standpoint, then potentially the Bailly and whomever, the Maguire and Lindelof partnership could work I just don't think we've got that fundamentals right. I know Bai is a really good defender, but I think, look, Bai is going to get injured at some point or other. We can't expect him to play another 20 games. It's not going to happen based on his track record. So we've got to make the best, what do you call it? Make the best out of the situation we're in with defenders.
Yeah.
And I think we've got to find a way to get Maguire and Lindelof to play together, or to Anzibi to kind of play together with them.
Well, I don't fully agree with you, Gary. I think there's coaching to blame, and I think we can go down that rabbit hole, and then we'll probably be stuck there forever. But what I don't see happening now, here's what, to fundamentally change Maguire's skill set at this point is probably a very difficult task to achieve, or even Lindelof's maybe, right? The problem is both of them are deficient in pace. So you're basically regardless of how much you coach a magnet to attract the North Pole to North Pole, it's never going to happen. It's just never going to happen, right?
Yeah.
The philosophy is, or should be, that you pair people who have complementarity skills, right? Or complementary skills, basically, rather than having two defenders who have the similar sort of strengths, which Maguire and Lindelof do at some points. But you know what's even worse? I think they both have the same deficiencies in terms of pace and stuff like that, or positional skills, as you said. So I think the easiest way to change, and there's the quickest win ever possible, is to kind of partner them up with someone who does have the pace. And then the rest of them can actually be forthcoming in headers and stuff like that, or what have you, right? Whatever the other skills that we deem Maguire has. In my opinion, he has nothing. But look, I completely take your point, saying, look, there is some coaching involved with it, especially how we've been conceding with set pieces. But it was the first time, for me, it was nice to see them both. And I think both of them had a half-decent game. I know it's not Man City. But you know who else I didn't expect to start is bloody Dan James for one. I didn't expect him to start. I would have seen...
why not?
I would have expected him to start Diallo or something, right?
Yeah.
For Dan James. Not because he was a star player, but he's just giving them a little bit more chance. Do you think he should have played more youngsters?
Oh, definitely. I think he should have started.
Start, right?
Yeah, he should have started Shola. How do you say his last name? Shora Tire. I think that's how you say his name.
As long as
there's multiple versions of his name floating on the web. Yeah. And also Diallo. I think we should have started with them. I don't see why we couldn't have. Shola had about 10 minutes of the game. Ahmad had about half an hour of the game. So I find Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a bit of a fraud, man. That's a bit of a fraudulent statement when you tell me that you believe in youth and all that. It just pisses me off, when you contradict yourself. You say you believe in youth and then you don't give youth a chance. I mean, when you go 4-0 into a second leg, what is your excuse then to not play youth if you say you believe in youth?
Absolutely. 100% agree.
That's a bit of a fraudulent statement from him.
Absolutely.
Look, it's not an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer bashing session, but okay, just going back to Lindelof now. That
carnage job or taken
what do you call it? Muay Thai moment. I have never seen Lindelof jump that high in his life.
Dude,
it was like he had a dog on his
trampoline or something, dude. Look, it was... I don't know why he doesn't do that when he's in our box covering for corners. That's what surprised me the most. But look, it was a foul, I guess, and then we should have been 1-0 up. We should have been 1-0 up when Bruno hit the post. They should have been 1-0 up when they hit the post. But look, it's a game. It happened. Yeah. It was quite entertaining. Yes, there were a few bits and pieces of excitement. But what I'm really concerned about, not concerned, I think looking forward to, is the Chelsea game. And I think whatever this game should have been, has been, and let's not talk about this, it's a 0-0, let's move on. How do you see the Chelsea game? And I want to get your perspectives on what we should do, how we shouldn't play. Let's talk about how we shouldn't play. rather than talk about how he should play.
How we shouldn't play. Okay, so Chelsea are basically going to. I think they're going to be playing with a lot of possession. So they're going to
Yes.
hold the ball a lot because they're
Mm.
playing at home anyway,
Yeah.
and they're going to expect us to come at them. So what I think is going to happen is that they're going to hold a lot of the ball. They're going to frustrate us, and for I think we need to play some players who can break down the play,
Yeah.
man. I think that's key. I think Fred needs to play there.
Mm.
McTominay
I
is
don't know if
injured, so
McTominay is injured. Yeah, I don't know if he's
McTominay is
playing.
injured. Van de Beek's injured. Cavani is injured. We're getting no service into the box right now. So
Yeah.
honestly, I have no idea how we're gonna set up. And like I said last time, like this Chelsea team, I don't really know how they're gonna come out to play. I
Mm.
think they're gonna come out, you know, to kind of pass the ball around, take it slow, build tempo, and
Yeah.
then hope for the perfect pass to slip Giroud in. So
Giroud.
it's going to be, it's going to be I think it's going to be very cagey.
Um, how would you think we'd be setting up? Because I personally like to see if you're not attacking them, right? And this is just my thing. I think we should use similar tactics that we used against PSG away, where we kind of played five at the back just to see how things were going on and then see what we can build off it. That's what I would do, rather than having like two defensive midfielders, Bruno somewhere of at least 20, 30 feet away where you can't find the pass, or 30 feet, 40 feet away where you can't find the pass. And then you're basically passing amongst your own midfield when you do have the ball. I would rather have them play the counter-attacking style, but play with five at the back. That's what I would do. That's what at least give our Maguire and Lindelof some bit of assurance, I think. But this is my opinion, but how would you see it?
We don't have an option now. Cavani's out, Van de Beek's out. We've got to play with Rashford. We've got to play with Bruno. We've got to play with Daniel James is out as well. He's probably injured. So I
Right.
don't know. We've got to. I don't know who else we go. Maybe Greenwood on the right wing.
Yeah. I mean, this is the team we always played against Chelsea the last two seasons. We play
Yeah.
Greenwood, Rashford, Martial in their respective positions that we know them how they played. The only concern that I have is if you play Bruno at number top of the diamond, if you did play the diamond, or if you play him as the attacking midfielder, there's no service coming to these guys, and then we're back in where we are with Man City, right?
Yeah, look at how many touches Martial had, man, this last game, man. He had nothing. Like he had all the chances that he had, he created on his own.
Yeah.
This is a big concern for me now, Chai. We're not creating anything for our strikers.
No, dude.
How long can we go on like this? Cavani. The only thing with Cavani is that his movement's a bit better than the other strikers we have, so he tends to find that space.
Absolutely.
But you can't expect Cavani to play, 38 games in a season. He's injured now as it is. So I don't know what we do, man. It's very, very worrying for me. I'm really worried about this game.
Yeah.
Because I think we could mess it up big time.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern. So I don't think we should sit. I really don't think we should sit back against Chelsea because the defense is the weakest link, right? I don't think we do well in games where we sit back. I don't think we do well in games where we're playing with two holding midfielders, which would be Matic and Fred. All of these are concerns of mine, right? And well, if there's no service to Martial, he doesn't perform because he can't carry the ball half the field, right? And Rashford has his moments and Greenwood is young, right? So that pretty much kind of decimates most of our attacking capabilities. But anyway, give me a scope.
Maybe we should just park the bus. I don't know, and then just hope for 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
Because I think if we don't have the attackers now, then what can we do? We don't have a manager who can change it around. So we've got to make the best of a situation that we're currently in. Maybe you play with the five at the back.
Maybe play with the five at the back and then see what chances come in, right? Because they have no attack. Find spaces behind them,
yeah.
Right. But give me a score prediction, dude. What do you think the score prediction was?
I think it's going to be 0-0. I think it's going to be 0-0.
I think Chelsea will nick it 1-0, dude.
What? You reckon Chelsea will win now?
Because see, look, there are two reasons for it, right? So I've seen them I've seen United play against Newcastle. I've seen them play against what do you call it, your Sociedad most recent match. I think creation is a bit of an issue. I think people are going for personal glories, and that's the only way we seem to have scored goals. And on that day, if there is no one to, score a screamer, or something doesn't go our way, it becomes very difficult for us to, coherently move past from defense to attack, right?
Yeah.
So that's my biggest concern. And Chelsea is a good team. They're in good form. Tough opponent.
Dude, let's face it, they've got a better manager as well.
Yeah, of course.
They've got, in terms of squad depth, I think we're about the same. But we've got a manager who, not right now, but I'm saying overall.
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay.
Of course. And they bought well this summer. So they have the squad depth as well. They bought well this summer. Tuchel's a coach that has been amongst big personalities before in PSG.
Yeah.
So him incorporating this bunch of players or getting them on the ground and stuff like that wouldn't be an issue. So it's okay. Look, it'll be an interesting game, but we've always kind of got one better on Tuchel every time we've played him at his home. So I'm hoping this run will continue.
Yeah, let's hope so. Bring on his PSG mojos.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. We'll play fire at the back. But before we kind of conclude this video, draws. So we're gonna get the Europa League draw tomorrow, I think.
It's looking very, very tasty. Look, we could end up with Tottenham.
Yeah.
End up with Arsenal. Or worse still, we could end up with Molde. And if we end up with Molde and we get knocked out by Molde, that dude,
Jesus,
that is going to be so. I'm gonna laugh so hard.
But look, the only team I'd be more concerned in a two-legged tie would be Tottenham, right? I think we can beat Arsenal somehow by hook or crook. I think we can beat them in a two-leg tie.
Yeah.
But my biggest concern would be Tottenham, because Jose will set his team up to ride out a victory. And we've lost 6-1.
And we can't play against team that parked the bus. So
yeah, exactly.
He's figured this out. He's managed our team. He knows our players. Yeah. So look, it is what it is. End of the day, man. If you're going to win this tournament, we've got to beat the best. So,
absolutely.
Honestly, I'm hoping we get a good team, because I actually want to see a good game. I'm sick of this bullshit 0-0 draws and 1-0. This one, let's see. We've got to play against a good team. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's that, man.
So Chelsea next.
Then we play Crystal Palace, and then we'll play City. That's I'm not comfortable with these set of draws, and I'm feeling we're at a place where if we break, things go down really quickly, really fast, right? So really badly, really fast, that is.
We're going to have a game every 4 days, Chai, pretty much for the next 1 month. It's going to be insane.
And these guys, fucking Solskjaer doesn't substitute until 70
Dude, he doesn't, man. He doesn't. He just wants to kill players, I tell you. I don't understand why we had to start Bruno. I don't understand why.
Dude, look. We can all understand why he started Bruno. He just wanted he wanted us to score one goal and then it's just a morality thing. I think it's just in the head. You get one in,
but then,
you're safe, right?
But then that's fine. But you've got two potentially huge games coming up in a week. City and Chelsea. What if Bruno or Rashford got injured? What do you do then?
Well,
I think you've got to use your brains a bit more, huh?
Absolutely. And look, was it smart? Probably wasn't. Was it required? No. There are so many things that could have gone wrong but didn't, but could have gone right also. So this for me was
this guy manages a team purely on emotions, man.
Yeah.
There is no method or plan that goes into it. I mean, I think that's all it is. Look, we've just got to accept it and move on.
Absolutely. But looking forward to the few fixtures. Yeah, strange fixtures coming up, but you know what? We forge on ahead. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you like our channel, please do subscribe to it. And please do let us know what your thoughts about our channel are in the comments below. And hopefully we'll see you after the Chelsea game. Until then, this is Chai with Gary.